Question 18. Katie invests £200 in a savings account for 2 years. The account pays compound interest at an annual rate of 3.3% for the first year and 1.5% for the second year. Work out the total amount of money in Katie's account at the end of 2 years. So we start with the amount of money, we write that down, and we need to multiply it by numbers that will increase by the percentages given. So in the first year it's going up by 3.3%. So to do that we need to multiply by 1.033. The reason for that is you're adding 3.3% to your original amount, which is 100%, and so that's the percentage increase. And to increase by 3.3%, then we use the decimal equivalent, which is 1.033. Now, as it's compound interest, this when we do this calculation, that will be what it's worth at the end of 1 year. And if we simply multiply it by the correct percentage for 1.5% in the second year, then that multiplication will give us the answer we require. So then for the second year it's 1.15%, so that's 1.015. And if I multiply 200 by 1.033 times 1.015, I will get the amount of money Katie will have at the end of 2 years. So I've put the calculation that I've done and the insert from the calculator onto the screen for you to look at. I need to give the amount in pounds and pennies, so I'm going to write then her money is going to be worth £209, and it's going to be 0.70, it's going to be 70p. This 9 here will round the 69 up to a 70 after the point. So £209, 70 pence. So on to part B. Katie travels to work by train. The cost of her weekly train ticket increases by 12.5% to £225, and her weekly pay increases by 5% to £535.50. So we're asked to compare the increase in the amount of money, and that's really important, the amount of money Kay has to pay for her weekly train, with the increase in her weekly pay. So although we know the amounts in percentage terms, we've got to find out the amount in money. So we're going to need to know what the cost was before the increase and what her wage was before the increase. Compare that with the new amounts of money, get the difference between the two, and those will be the amounts of money we need to work out and can compare. Maybe that'll be more clear when I carry on and do the question. So if we look at the first part then, the cost of a weekly train ticket, so we'll call that X, was increased by 12.5%, so the multiplier for that is 1.125, and it becomes 225. So to find out what it was worth to begin with, we do 225 divided by 1.125, and the answer is £200. So that's an increase then of £25, so I'll just put the first number 25 up here, so we can just remember that. Then on to the second part, so her weekly pay, we'll call that Y, so Y times, well it's gone up by 5%, so I multiply by 1.05, and it became 535.50. So just as I did before, I can find out my answer by dividing 5350 divided by the percentage increase of 1.05, which comes to £510. So her pay then has increased altogether by 20, so we're looking at the difference between 510 and 535.50, so that's a difference of 25.50. So unfortunately, because her train has gone up, the amount of money she actually has once she's paid for that after her wage increase is simply 50 pence. So just as well she got the wage rise because she needed it, and that's your answer. But so that you're clear, all you need to really say at the end is that the ticket increase equals £25 and the wage increase equals £25.50. So she's better off by 50 pence.